Stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd like a motion to approve today's agenda.
We'll move. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Look for a motion to approve minutes for June 17th.
Make such motion. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Special claims. Have a paper on that?
I looked at it on.
There you go.
The foreign, not Thursday.
What? They're foreign. All right, special claims, I think we're going down to the end of this year here.
Yep.
We have a special claims for
What is $12?
$2,022.84.
That's planning to do that. Approve that or just review them?
Now we have to prove it. Look for a motion for approval. If you want to look at it, you can.
I'll second.
We didn't hear that, what that was for, Sean.
A few things, it's just tidying up the end of the year.
Telephone,
VA's got a
mileage.
little bit.
Actions, office, office communications.
Yeah. Just tidying up the books for the end of the year. Voice communications. And like pens and pens, yeah. I had a motion second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No.
I knew that. Meetings. Scott?
I didn't have any meetings. I contacted Rife Oil about the LP tank. They came out and looked at it and acted like they were capable of repairing it. And I thought I'd have had a bid by now, but still waiting on a bid from
That's
them.
good. Be nice to have.
And I found a place out of Wilton that does anhydrous repairs. And they're supposed to be coming down, but I'm still waiting for them. And I was able to make contact myself with that outfit that the elevator's been working with, and that guy says he'll be down in 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Well, I got, made a couple of contacts on the painting part of it. I know what paint needs to be used, 2-part type epoxy. And they say you just roll it on, so
Yeah,
I'll get a local contractor and I'm gonna spend $11,000 painting an LP tank. Huh?
how old is that tank? I looked, I think it was, it says on the tag, I think 57 or something, it's old.
I mean, it gets to be costing too much. Is it leasing a tank, a new tank? Is that?
I don't know what the cost of tank that big, it's size of
So
some.
this 16,000 gallon, I believe, is what the tag said.
Wow.
But, I mean, I think the tank's all right, it's just, you gotta get all the fittings.
around it. That it?
That if you,
Yeah.
I had a planning and zoning meeting on to last week, visiting. Didn't have a quorum show up, but we kind of reviewed, Henry County. I think finalized their wind turbine ordinance. Kind of reviewed that a little bit. Didn't carry on a lot of business because they didn't have quorum, so.
Didn't have a whole lot. We had a public health meeting, I think, on Steel Her Thunder show. That was actually last week, the week before I was. Other than that, it's a pretty quiet week for me, but I'll pay for it going around. Public input? Anybody from the public want to address the board? Morning,
Kathy from.
Kathy?
Yeah, hey, this is pretty quick, and Sean already knows this as a member of the Historic Preservation Commission, but we got a note from the Iowa Department of Economic Development, which runs historic preservation, with a stop work order on our grant to do the inventories in Wapello and Columbus Junction. Not because of anything we did, that's federal dollars, and the federal dollars have been frozen. They'll let us know if that ever moves forward. So I just wanted you guys to know. So that's the contract that you approved 2 weeks ago, but we have a stop work order on it now. That's all. Any
Okay,
questions about that?
nope. Cease and desist until we hear further.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Bye.
I guess I should add that we got a Mississippi Valley Workforce. I've been contacted, because I'm a supervisor, I'm one of the CEOs for that committee, and they're gonna have a meeting because it's looking like the state of Iowa is maybe gonna combine more districts. And so, I don't know where that's going, but
There's a lot of changes.
yeah,
We'll see if.
I'll have more information on
Yeah.
first of next month, so.
Don't think we have any payroll changes. We got one, but it's on the agenda for a little,
They're paid off.
yeah, the payout. We'll just move along to number 8 for the payout. We had a dispatcher that has quit and we have her payout. Christina Dresser, it's a dispatcher, total payout, do you have that total right? I think, right.
$1,875.97.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Welcome. Okay, item number 9. Resolution 202528 is the inter-fund transfer from the local office sales tax fund to rural services in the amount of $150. I even fool around with it.
Why did that have to happen?
Because we were in the negative and we have to make a zero balance for the end of the year. In last previous years, it's been 800,000.
Well, for the rural services, we've been like negative 90,000 or something like that. We needed to, the state has
I
called
know you have to be in the
zero. at least.
black.
We were anticipating 300,000 or 400,000.
Right, it was half a million last year, whatever,
We got
450,000.
an extra revenue in, and public health was part of that. They were over considerably, so we only had to move 150 out of it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're very happy with that. I mean, of course, it'd be nice if it was zero, but that's better than it's been in the last handful of years, so we're making some progress. But like we mentioned before, seems like we're just starting to get a handle on it, but now we're gonna lower the tax rate again next year, so we're gonna have to,
You mean property tax?
yeah,
That's a shame.
yeah,
It's a 4-state rollback without any backing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, come up with
gotta tighten your belt, yeah. So, with that being said, I look for a motion to approve resolution 202528.
I'll make the motion to approve resolution 202528.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sam?
Right.
Yeah. Thinking today. Making motions. Number 10 says Adam Shutt,
Which one is
the
it?
infamous.
The infamous? There you go. Which one am I being introduced to today?
This says weekly update.
Oh, weekly update. Okay. You got some things going on in the county. The forming for the walls of the salt shed is gonna be done today. Talking about pouring tomorrow. So we'll make some progress on that. Probably next week they'll do the flat work and some of the other things there and get that done over the next few weeks or so and get the hoop put on there probably September or something like that. So progress on that front. Out on the Highway 61 work down there, the DOT is pouring the west overpass bridge, so there's gonna be a little bit of off and on closure, one lane traffic there the next few days or so make progress on that one. That's going on there. The DOT 92 work, from what I've been hearing, is going slow. So, but it's progressing. Lots of utilities there to get around and all that.
How's a detour going? Okay.
Okay, have not had the amount of complaints that we had expected. The DOT has asked us to do to do a dust control. So we're gonna do the same dust control that we did last year. So that's going on there. Crews are out ditching, working on again West Let's. So we're over by Wyman, but those projects will be finishing up and they're gonna move on to the next areas. We are prepping for some decent size culvert work here end of July, so working on that. Other than that, mowing and blading and rocking and things like that, so my general office things.
You are bleeding.
We're doing a little bit of it.
At 65th and K, it's horrible.
Yeah. Well, we'll get them out there on that one, so.
There's a huge hole to bridge there. There at the end of K, right before Golf Course Road.
Okay. Yep, we'll get them out there on that one, so.
While you're here, we got an in-stream one.
Yeah, this is more fiber in the Grandview area. They've got almost everywhere from Grandview, to the north, south, east, and west, so they are at some point gonna have a lot of projects, going on, so.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's just go ahead and get the Windstream one out of the way, item number 13. You kind of remember everything okay?
Yep.
Right? You guys wanna look at that? Not that it matters, you imagine just a bunch of pictures and stuff. I think we saw it last week, didn't we? I saw a picture of that before. Somewhere.
I don't know.
I'll make a motion to approve Windstream Communications application for construction.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? 28,000 feet of fiber optic cable. Holy moly.
So out of Grandview, either west, east, and south, there's gonna be miles of it down here at some point, so.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 This, transfer of public road jurisdiction, is that you too?
That probably goes back. Yeah. All right, so let's back up to item number 11.
Which one is that?
Resolution 202529.
Vacating the Wyman.
Okay.
Vacate one, yeah.
Yep, here's in Wyman, here's what we got.
Yeah.
This area. So, these are a couple old roads and alleys in the Wyman area. They've been, obviously, I haven't checked on the full history of Wyman, but at one point, you know, there was gonna be a bustling town there. Never really happened. There's old roads and streets which are being used now. A lot of it by FS up there, and so they emailed me a couple weeks ago asking to get these abandoned. There's no public use of them right now. The west area is about a half an acre, and that alleyway is about a half an acre. So I've talked to Parsons, he's got no issue with it. So my recommendation is to move forward on it. Since these are public platted streets at one point, we will charge them for that, so.
I'll make a motion to, resolution 202529 to set a public hearing for right of way vacate and land.
No, second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
One thing I was gonna note, this west line here. The Houston property to the south has issued a quick claim deed to FS, so we aren't gonna be creating any issues with
Okay.
landlocking and stuff.
Public hearing is gonna be set for July 15th at 9 AM. Okay. Motion and second, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. 15, we'll do it. Item number 12 is the public hearing or setting a public hearing for resolution 202530, the Ashland subdivision.
Make a motion to set that public hearing.
Okay,
I'll second.
that will be set for July 15th at 9:15 AM. Any further discussion? That will be the next time it'll be back on the agenda. It's July 15th. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Item number 14. Discussion of possible action to approve the Department of Transportation agreement and transfer of public road utilities.
Okay, if you look in the back of this, this is about 1.45 miles of Highway 61, which should be old Highway 61. So John did it. Yeah. Yeah, right. So this is essentially quarter mile north of Newport down to the Des Moines County line. Whenever the construction turns into new Highway 61, the DOT is gonna give us that old section of it. I think there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 residences on it. That we'll have to maintain service to. I believe the last time we got road from the DOT was up on Old 61. They gave us about 300 some thousand a mile. That has gone up quite a bit, so we're gonna get 812,000 for 1.45 miles of roadway. So and it is what it is here. So
Great, you have to pay it.
yep.
They don't rebuild it.
No, they give you money to do it yourself, and we usually hold on to it and wait until it's time to do
How much does
things.
it cost to do that?
A mill and overlay of it is probably 300 some thousand mile. So we're a little bit ahead, but we have to plow it, we have to mow it and all that too, so it's not exactly a win, but it is what it is, so.
So do you anticipate them giving us more of that on up? Because if you go on up north, there's a couple houses there,
They,
field entrance, so is it?
so I believe this goes up to where they're gonna need a grade. So the remaining to the north, that'll be obliterated.
Oh,
I don't think you get up there to beaches and all that. I don't think that is off of this section.
We'll probably still have an access.
Yeah. That'll be in the next section, which will come up when they get up to 30th Street, so. And then next round, when they go into Poplow, I mean,
Yeah.
there's gonna be more sections there, so. So,
Okay.
Possible action. Want to approve this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right, I look for a motion for approval then.
I'll make a motion to approve the Iowa DOT transfer.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Like there's a one of my signature here. Number 15, Leah. Your turn.
As I said earlier, mosquito surveillance has started, we started June 2nd. We collect those, send them in about every 2-3 weeks. We don't usually get our results on those until November, so when we get those, I'll bring that report to you guys. We did have a board member who was done at the end of the month, so don't forget we need to be looking for a board member for the Board of Health. We had a windshield on one of our cars yesterday, split crack all the way across it. I'm assuming the heat did that. There was a chip at the top, so I'm looking into getting that fixed. Just working on our grant year, fiscal year end reports. And we're still planning for our kids wellness event. We do now have somebody coming to do vision screenings. So that's August 13th. This week coming together, okay? We are, as public health, monitoring the measles cases in the state. And around that, we do have MMR available for people at our office if anybody is talking to their provider and needs to update, we have that available. There is nothing in our county at this time. And on the home health side of things, May was a big month for our nurses. They had 112 nursing visits, which is the highest all year. So they've been fairly busy.
We have a car issue.
Oh, yes, we do have a car, that was in the shop, the transmission is out of it, they quoted us at least 6,000 to fix it, it's way beyond. The board did vote to go ahead and scrap the car, so we were at 6, we now have 5 cars. One of them is a very old car, we are running with what we got right now, we're looking into whether or not it needs to be replaced. Maybe back in talking to you.
We're okay right now, but that could change at any moment. Great, thank you. Any questions for Leah before she goes? All right. Okay, item number 16, we tabled it from the last meeting. This is the agreement between Wise County and It Takes a Village Animal Rescue. I talked to Brandon about this. I thought we were replacing where we take dogs and cats or whatnot. Apparently we're not. This is an addition to. So if for some reason the Humane Society or one of the other avenues for some reason stops taking them and they need to get one, this is another option. It's like they're charging $100 per animal to be dropped off. Now, for some reason, it's an animal that has been picked up and dropped off, and that happens to be a pet. Those people can go get this, but they have to pay that fee. So, to get the animal. I kind of looked through it, everything looked to be okay. No,
Persons, right?
yeah, yeah. So, I guess I would look for a motion to go ahead and sign this and give them another option to take animals.
But they're gonna go to the free option first
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
available. How many do they typically do a year, did he say?
Well, it goes up and down. Of course, winter time isn't quite as busy as summer. It's not one a week, but you know, there might be a month you might have 5 or 6, and there might be a month you have none. So But they do have to have a place to take them,
Yeah.
especially if they're vicious, they gotta. And then there's fees involved to put them down.
I'll make a motion to sign the agreement.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I have one question. This only pertains to the rural areas, right?
Rural, yeah, cities generally got their own thing. Now, that would be different with like Wapello, because Wapello contracts with the county. So if they get a report, then the county, of course, the county would take care of an animal within the city,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Junction would be the only one.
Yeah, this junction would be the only, they'd have to handle their own animals unless the county got, but. Wapello contracts with the county for law enforcement. So it would include towns.
As far as I know, Wapello or Morgantown, none of them have their own dog catcher or anything, so it's up to the county.
The county take care of it.
Because they've all contracted with the county.
They're not driving around looking for dogs, let's be honest.
Probably on a complaint basis.
Exactly.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. I've got one more fireworks permit,
Well,
just under the wire.
We have one more.
Oh, do you have one more? Terry McConaughey and Wapello. Like the. Second of July 5th, 9 to 10. Look for motion approved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And the last one's adjournment. Does anybody want to say anything before I adjourn? Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Record time.